Oh, okay. Just making sure we're all live everywhere. Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome. I'm Erin Reed with Erin Reed Makes, and we are here live with a company that I actually met last year at Creativation. They are called Mesh Decor. It's a company that's been around for many years in Brazil, 64, I believe, and they've been in the United States since 2015. So without further ado, I'm going to bring in Everson of Mesh Decor, one of the owners. All right. So hello. How are
Hey,
you?
hello, Erin. Hello, everyone. It's really
Hi.
good to be here again.
Yeah, so last year I actually met you guys, and it was your first year at Creativation, correct?
Yes, that was our
Yes.
first.
And as you can see behind me, we have some really cool, and he's got stuff behind him. Let me switch the screen again. So here we have some really cool products behind us. So Mesh Decor is a mesh sheet that can do so many cool things, right?
Perfect. This is not a paper. This is a fabric. It's cotton, so it's a mesh. Really, you can do whatever you want as you work with the paper. You can use this fabric. It's pearly finish, and it's awesome to work with this. You got crazy when you see so many things you can do. It doesn't fray. It's really cool.
I know. I mean, I'm in love with these little flowers that you guys have created here. So, like, you can add them. So, it's not just for paper crafting, which you can cut with a Cricut. And if you're going to cut it on the Cricut, there's a special setting. I think you said it was for burlap. Am I correct?
Yeah. You use blade for fabric, and you set up the machine for burlap.
Very cool. So we've got a whole bunch of different samples. I'm going to show you guys some fun stuff here. But before I get too far, there is a code that you can use when you go to their Etsy store. So let me pop this up real fast. So if you go to the Mesh Decor, it's Mesh Decor Crafts, and it's on Etsy, and you use the code Erin, you're going to get a chance to get 20% more product added to your cart. So if you bought 10 sheets, you'd be able to get a couple of extra sheets added in for the same price. So it's pretty cool. So, and they've got a
That's
ton of
good.
colors. How many colors do you have of this amazing mesh? I'm going to
Right
call it
now,
amazing mesh.
we have 15 colors from golden to just pearly, like a pearl, but reds, greens, blues, 15 colors. But there are three more colors coming, and we are always making new experiences with a new colors, new products. So very soon we are gonna have three other colors. Now we have 15.
That's
Actually, we
cool.
have hundreds of them, but the pearly colors that you can use cutting with the machines, the
Hmm.
good ones is those with the pearly finish. We have 15, but they are 100 colors, and we can, if we talk for exactly what you want, if you want to use scissors, for example, we have, well, all the colors you can imagine. We can develop a color only for you.
So you can cut it with scissors, you can cut it with a Cricut, you can cut it with dies, pretty much, heart's content. So I'm going to show some pictures of some fun stuff that can be created with this. So these are some, like, you can line boxes with it. You can, I mean, it has a really cool, I love that color. That's like probably my favorite color. It was like a seafoam
Yeah, this we
green.
call Tiffany.
Tiffany. It is Tiffany blue. It's really, really pretty. And it also has kind of a three-dimensional look to it. So it's kind of got a stiffness to it, how you can get these particular products. So I have one. They sent me one of this little
Yep.
house. That's really cool. So it really has this kind
This
of
is a
stiff
box,
quality to it. That's
and
awesome.
you can add the ribbons. You can add some more. The butterfly. This is paper. The butterfly is a paper. Actually, not. This one is it's a sateen, and the box
Ah.
is
Very cool. So
yeah.
you can use it on cards. So here it is just cut out in little small flowers and just pieces and added on top of cards. Here's another example using it as a background to a card and then overlaying it with paper. That's really cool.
Yeah.
So here
About the
we can
cards,
see,
about the
yeah.
card is so interesting because, for example, if you see the one in the top of your picture, it's this one. You just go to a shop and buy a paper, an envelope like that. But you can add something more on this. You can
Hmm.
add the flower. You can add inside the mesh, and you can make a very very
It's
sophisticated
beautiful.
card
I
using the
have a
mesh.
version here.
Oh yeah.
So I love how you like it's got the flowers, but then also you can add the layers of cut over top of a piece of paper and how it's kind of like the silhouette of that. So this is a cake topper, right?
Yeah, this is a cake top, But do you see that where even if you cut the boards, but you glue it on a paper or in another frame, anything, they are gonna stay. They're gonna lose the form, the mold. You know.
Mm, very cool. I love it. Oops,
For
let me
example,
glue on
if you
that.
want to make a cooktop, a cake top, not and don't use a paper, you have some different.
That's
Oops,
cool. I
it's
love the
different.
flowers.
Hard to say.
That's so cool. So we're actually I'm gonna show you guys how to make one of the flowers. So I
Okay.
have an example here of this beautiful, beautiful flower. And these were all cut on the Cricut, correct? You
Yeah,
guys sent
this
them
is
to
cut
me.
on Cricut.
So what they did is they cut out these little pieces right here. I'm gonna get back over to comments. Leave some comments, love to have some comments. So here we have the pieces and all that's been done is sections have been cut out. So we started off with a full one here, which looks like this. They just cut one out. And we're gonna add a little bit of hot glue. Oops, I'm caught on my thing. So just a little bit of hot glue right here.
Yeah.
There we go. And then you just kind of fold it over.
And in this
There we
kind, we
go.
use the hot glue because it glues faster, right?
Yeah, it just goes a little bit faster. So I've already done, here's another one. Now look, I've got the petals to do a cool shape because, now I'm just using my hands, but over here we've got Karen, which is Everson's wife. They work together on this amazing company and all this
Just
wonderful
gonna do it
products.
right now.
And she's gonna
Check
show,
it
and I'm
out.
gonna go a little bit of a different screen to really get up close so we can see. So if you can, oh, there we go, okay. So she's just got a plastic or a paper straw. And she's just rolling it around. I'm gonna grab a, that's so cool. I love that. I'm gonna practice mine. So I'm just grabbing the end of my stick here. Whoops. And so it just molds
Or you
right to
can
it.
use, we have here, for example, a plastic knife, but
Ah,
she just
yep.
make.
Just like curling ribbon.
Yeah.
That's so cool. I love it. And it's just holding that shape. So that's how we got all, that's how you guys got all this on this flower. And you got all those really, really cool shapes on there. So pretty. So once you have all of your little pieces, and I'm going to show you one more that I'm going to glue together. So you just add your glue. And then every time you glue it, this one's even smaller, you're making smaller and smaller petals. Ah,
You make
stay together.
layers.
Yeah, you make all the fun layers. So pretend I had finished all the layers. And then you take your biggest one and you put glue in the center. And then you add your next piece. And you can kind of squish it down and get it going. So you keep on adding the layers. And then you go to the next one, which I believe, oops, I would need to do this one for the next layer. Right here. And you probably want to do all the molding of the petals before we get, I'm going to go back wider again. You probably want to do all the molding of the petals before you put everything together, correct?
You mold all of them, and then you roll the pen. Yeah, you mold,
Yeah.
separate, and then you put all together.
Right. So kind of like what I'm doing right now.
I'm sorry, I'm not the one who does.
It's
So
okay. It's okay. It's all
I have to
good.
ask.
I love that. I love that. So here we have it. And then we're going to add the next layer. So you just kind of go in and you add some more glue in there and you put the next layer in and it just starts kind of forming. And so you just keep on adding more and more layers. So I'm going to go with the next layer now. And it just starts forming that beautiful flower. Eventually you keep on adding all the layers in there. So we can add another one and just, it like comes to life on you. It's so gorgeous.
And for example, you use golden with pearly.
Yeah.
And
those are gorgeous.
you make
Look how pretty.
You see,
Yeah, I
because
love that gold color.
you're adding all the layers.
They're so pretty. I love them. And so what can you do with these gorgeous flowers? So there's lots of things you can do with them. So here's one. Yeah, so here's one they put on kind of like a ribbon. So it becomes like this little corsage piece that you could wear. right? I'm
Yep.
just imagining making a bunch of little flowers, and then you could use it as like a makeshift for a like a bridal bouquet or something. But here's one on the top of a little present. It's got little candies inside of it. That's
Yeah.
gorgeous.
For
So
this
they're just a
box, for
smaller
example,
version.
you can use a glass, you know, a cup, and add a flower on the top.
So here's another couple little flowers right there. So I mean, really, sky is the limit about what you can create with this
Yeah.
particular
All
mesh.
the
There's
things on the
so
back
many.
here. All
Yes. Oh, can you bring it? Can you bring it
yeah.
closer?
Give me one. That one has the big flowers. Yeah, the big flowers.
Oh, I love it. So it's just instead of having the rolled flowers, they're more like poinsettia flowers. I love that.
Yep.
And
And do you
mixing the
want to see
colors
the big
together.
one, for example? You can make even the big flowers.
Wow.
And you can make those with a, you know, the size doesn't matter. If you
Yeah,
mold it, it's gonna stay just like you do.
that's so cool. I love it. Yeah, they looked, somebody made a comment that they look very delicate. I love it. So they look just very delicate. And yeah, you guys showed up at Creativation last year, just very briefly, not briefly, but that was the first year that you guys had showed up, and really kind of, to me, it was like, that's a cool new product I had never seen before, and I love it. So you guys also sent me, I'm gonna switch my camera around again. You guys sent me these little hearts that were die cut out of the Cricut, and I just love them. But just to show also, I wanna briefly, I'm going to destroy a heart for a second, but it does cut really nicely with scissors. I mean, it cuts super
Yep.
clean.
Oh, it's so easy.
Super simple.
And note that if you cut, it doesn't fray. You know, it doesn't shred. For
Yeah,
example,
I
there
noticed
is
that.
another mesh that you find in the market coming from China or whatever. I don't know. If you cut it, it shred. It's terrible. This one, no, you can cut the way you want, round pieces or corners, whatever, and it's gonna stay just like that. You can mold
So I'm
it.
taking, yeah, so I'm just taking your little hearts and I'm kind of folding them in half here. And then I'm just using my tape runner. It just needs a little bit of sticky on it. And I'm running them down the center, and they kind of flare up on here.
To
Like
cut
little kind of,
the hearts, you
oh,
can
it
use
works with a
also this
punch?
kind of a cutter.
Oh yes, I love punches. So punches cleanly with a punch. I love that. It's got so many options here. Oops. Go down, Erin. Go down, not up. So just, I mean, just super cute little quickie heart. Think of all the fun things that you could die cut with these, and create little fun pieces on your cards. I mean, I think it's just so cool. I love it.
Yep.
Sorry, my earbuds popping out. Absolutely amazing. I mean, I love all the possibilities of what you can get with these cards, and what, not with cards, sorry, with the products. It just, I mean, you got floral, you got home decor, you can do paper crafts, you can do gifts, you can do ornaments. I mean, Christmas time, you've got to be able to make so many beautiful things, you know, adding layers to it, you know, adding all the different fun colors. I mean, there's just, sky's the limit. It's so cool.
It is. And for example, on Etsy, we sell the sheets 12 by 12 inch, but we can sell for example, we work a lot. Let me see one of the casey cans candy case. We work with mainly for the Latino community. Let's say that we have candies that we put on cases. So we do those. You see those cases
Oh,
to
cool.
put
That's
truffles
fun.
and other things. So
Right?
this we sell a lot. So uh, uh, for people who produce this kind of a candy case, they buy in rolls, boxes of
Ah,
rolls. You know,
right.
so it come directly from the industry, and but even ribbons, rolls, or the sheets. In the case of the Etsy, we sell in sheets. But if you get in touch directly to us, we have some other formats, and you know, so
So yeah, I
really
saw you, like, you had ribbons, and you had it on reams. You've got, I mean, you can see behind you, you've got the wide ribbons right behind you. You've got
that's
big
right.
rolls. So there's lots of other things, but those are, you need to contact you directly if you want to order
Yes,
like a bigger amount. If you're going to like
that's
put a
right.
whole giant bouquet of flowers, you don't just want the 12 by 12 sheet. So it does come in lots of different varieties.
Yeah,
And you
because we
also said
use it
there's
a
some,
lot. We use it a
go
lot
ahead.
for to wrap bouquets too. So for this
Ah,
you need big sheets.
mm-hmm.
Sometimes the sheets with the hole in the middle to put the bouquets. So it's a different. It's the same material, but it's a different product. So
Okay. And you also said that you have like the ones that we're looking at have a metallic sheen to them, but there's some that don't have a metallic sheen. They're more of a flat or just non-metallic, I guess is the best way to describe it.
yeah,
But
just
those aren't
flat
on the
colors.
Etsy.
Yeah, just flat
Very
colors.
cool.
But on Etsy, you're gonna find these sheets with this pearly finish, proper to proper to scrapbooks. So you can
I love
add
that.
small pieces, make the background of the image with the mesh. So you see the flower here, the heart here, the back is all mesh too. So this ribbon here is also mesh. So the creativity is from each one of you.
Right. Yeah. I mean, the sky's the limit about what you can do with it. So it's just so versatile that it can be used for just about anything. If you want to, if you could cut paper with it, you can cut this with it and use it just the same way, right?
Yeah, and the big difference is, oh, okay, can I use this mesh to do everything that I can do with paper? Yeah, so I'm gonna use paper. No, it's not exactly that, because the mesh, you bring more colors, you bring more brightness. You have a little more glamour. It's more fashion with
Right.
the product. For example, you're not gonna have the same result on this. This is a napkin holder, for example,
Ah,
uh,
right.
and you're not gonna have the same finish with a paper. Can you see the bride? Can you see the
Yes, they're so gorgeous. Yeah, I know. I'm just in love with the ones that you guys have sent
uh,
to me. They're so pretty.
so that's the reason. That's the reason why to use the mesh, to bring something else to your creation.
That is so cool. Well, I really wanted to thank you for joining me today and showing off all of your amazing products in this virtual booth tour of sorts, because we can't be in person at Creativation this year. So I wanted to truly thank you. And if you guys have any questions when you're watching me, if you're watching this on YouTube or on Facebook, please drop a comment in there and I can direct it back to Mesh Decor, or they can come and take a look at the questions in there. And don't forget, there is a coupon for 20% more product added to your cart. So if you use the code Aaron today, but there is a 10% code by using Women21. Is that correct for Women's
Woman
Day?
21 until the end of
So
March. But
till
if
the
you
end of
go there
March.
today, you're gonna receive 20% for being with us here in the show.
Oh, so there's a question. Can the mesh be used to make wreaths?
Yes. Yeah, it's the
So I
same.
think I think
Everything you can do with using paper, you can use the mesh. You cannot wet.
so,
You can spray, for example, to mold or something, but you cannot put it in the water, because you're gonna lose the gum, the frame.
so
But
actually I have a picture here of, this is on a wooden wreath
yep,
here. They used a wood and then they put the flowers down there. But I believe the question is kind of asking, like, there's a mesh that you can get if you're at like the dollar store or something, and it comes in the rolls and people are using it to put it inside to make a big wreath. I don't see why this wouldn't, and this is metallic. I mean, this is so pretty. You can use it
no,
for just
we
about anything. Sorry,
we
my
have
earbud keeps
that.
popping out.
We don't have it right here, but we did for Halloween, for Christmas, for Valentine's Day, to put it on your door with the big flowers. We do have it.
Yeah.
If you see in our logo, can you see the logo on the
Oh
top
yeah. So
here?
up here,
Yeah.
really
So
big
you you
flower up
you'll
there.
see that the big flower. So you can make the reeds that as you're saying, and it's gonna be. But the ones that you just talk about, they use that kind of a mesh. But that
Mm-hmm.
one, it's a petroleum made. It's different. This mom, the mesh that we have, you cannot wet. If you have a door under the porch and everything, yeah, you can use it. No problem at all.
So I think you also remember saying that your product is biodegradable, correct?
Yes,
which is amazing. I
that's
love that.
correct.
I love
We
that.
from sometimes, no, not today anymore, but sometime back there, they ask, well, why don't you add a product to make it waterproof? Because it's not going to be natural anymore. You know, that colors, the frame, everything, it's natural. If you leave this outside for a year, it's going to disappear because it's cotton.
Right.
But if I keep adding chemicals or something in there, it's not going to be natural anymore.
Oh, and I think that's super important. So we're not just putting something in our environment that's not going to be able to break down over time,
That's right.
but we're still able to use it. So if you keep it indoors, it'll be just fine. But again, you can't get it wet because it starts to degrade because it's
That's right.
biodegradable, which I think is awesome. And then there's a wax on it.
It's a gum.
It's a gum. That's right. I keep using the wrong word.
It's a natural gum that, but it's 100% natural gum. It's not a wax or something like that, though.
Right. Sorry, I used the wrong word. For some reason, I have wax on my head, but that's not right. It's a gum, and you said it comes from the yucca plants, which I think is really cool. Yeah. So again, it's biodegradable. So I love that you're using natural products, natural cotton, natural gums that are 100% biodegradable. So you can feel a little bit better about our environment by using this particular product, and you don't have to feel like, oh, I'm putting something yucky back into the world if it gets thrown away or something. Yay!
That's the idea.
That's great. Well, I appreciate it. Thank you so much for coming. Again, you can get the coupon code down below for 20% off more, or you can get 20% more added to your cart by using the code Aaron today only. But if you're watching this after the fact, you can use code WOMEN21 for National or International Women's Day for 10% more added to your product. And they're at Etsy at Mesh Decor Crafts. You can also find them at meshdecor.com. And that's where you can order bigger bulk orders. Am I correct?
Yes. And there's something else I would like to add in all of this. If you do something, oh, I did it wrong, I didn't like it, you just iron it. It's gonna be flat again, and you can redo with not any. It's gonna be perfectly flat again. You can redo your project. So enjoy it. And thank you very much.
I like that. Like if you make a mistake, just to redo. It's like start over, fresh. We're good to go. Yeah. All right. Well, again, if you have any comments or questions, leave them down in the information section. A link to their store is down there as well, so you can check them out. And thank you guys so much for joining our day 2 of Creativation booth tours. There'll be another company coming tomorrow, so make sure you stay tuned for that. And I appreciate you coming through and doing this virtual booth tour thing with me. It's kind of fun.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
All right. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Check out Mesh Decor. What social media are you guys on?
We are in Instagram, Facebook. Facebook is Mesh Decor USA. Instagram is just look for Mesh Decor. On Etsy, Mesh Decor Crafts.
Very cool. All right, so go check them out, like and subscribe, check out all their amazing ideas and inspiration that they have with their products. And I will see you guys again tomorrow with another live booth tour. Bye, everybody.
Bye.